completely give my application to you. Give me control. So there are customers who say that. So they want control over their application. That's where you would go ahead and say Microsoft's cloud services. That's where you will go ahead and use cloud services. Wherein you want remote desktop access and web app, that is a modern way of deploying your application. It's very fast. When they actually started in 2010 or 2009, when Microsoft actually started, they started with cloud services. Whenever you want to deploy your application, you deploy it in a cloud service. They did not have web app. Web app is the latest offering which they have given. Back then, I used to use web app. Just 5 years before this, I used to use not web apps. I used to use cloud services. That's what I used to deploy my app in. Now I don't use it because of the performance aspect as well as many benefits which I get using web app. Just do a simple read on why will I deploy it to web app or why will I deploy it to cloud. If you look at your pipeline, using the Azure App Service, that's web app. So don't get confused. Azure App Service is web app. You see that logo there? That's the same logo here, the dots and stuff. So it's a web app. So whenever I'm deploying something, I deploy it using a web app. If at all I want cloud service, did they completely remove it or what? Yeah. If at all I want to deploy it as a cloud service, that is what I do. So in my CI/CD pipeline, I as a DevOps engineer should understand why will I use web app as a deployment or why will I use a cloud service as my deployment strategy. Why will I use a cloud service as my deployment strategy? It all is your and my decision as software engineers and DevOps engineers. It is our decision, and we should make smart decisions for the team for which we are working on. It all depends upon multiple scenarios. So just do a simple read on what web app is and what cloud services, so that you can get a good understanding, because these two are quite confusing. Your mobile app, pretty straightforward. I need not explain. Why will you use a mobile app service? Whenever you have a mobile app application which you want to deploy, you will go ahead and use the mobile app service. Pretty straightforward. Can I deploy my mobile app as a web app? Yes, you can deploy it. And people do that. So nothing like you have to deploy your mobile application as a mobile app, in a mobile app service only. You can go ahead and deploy your application inside a cloud service or inside a web app. It's not something which is not possible. But mobile app service has many things which it gives out of box when you have a mobile app service. Your mobile app application has a requirement wherein it has to send notification. You have notifications, right? Your mobile applications keep pumping notifications. You have Zomato installed, you have Book My Show installed, or you have any other application installed. They keep on pushing notifications on your notification page. When you scroll down and see, you can see multiple notifications. That's what they want to do. They want to grab your attention. And it is very easy for me to work with a mobile app and go ahead and structure it to actually pump notifications to my clients from a mobile app. It is not so straightforward to do it from a web app. So it all depends upon my scenario. And mobile app has its own advantages, like I just said. It will allow you to go ahead and pump notifications whenever you have a requirement of that sort from your mobile app service. That is another service which you have. What is the other service? You have function apps. You have functions. What are functions? These are more towards just logic. If I have a logic which I want to execute, and I just have that logic to be executed, that's what is logic as a service or function as a service. You have a logic which you want to execute on a particular server. Normally speaking, whenever I have this kind of a scenario, I will wrap up this logic inside a console application. If you are familiar with console applications, inside the ASP document, console application, I'll wrap it up in a console application, then I'll create an EXE. What will the console application give me? DLL or EXE? What will it give? It will give me an EXE. I will wrap it up in a console application. Then I'll deploy it in the cloud and I'll execute it. The DXC. Instead of doing all that thing, if you have a requirement, then you have a particular logic which needs to be executed. What you will do, you will go ahead and wrap up that logic as a function. That's what you call as a function. You will go ahead and wrap up the logic as a function. Then you will deploy that function in the cloud. And once you have deployed this function, can access your multiple applications or multiple services. That is what you can use directly whenever you are working with Azure. That is, you can directly invoke functions from your Azure portal. You have logic app. Essentially, again, your function, your logic, all of that are coming under the SaaS offerings, software as a service or logic as a service. That is where they are coming from. So these things will help me execute a function or a logic on my cloud. So these are not something which will go ahead and have the entire application enwrapped in it. They don't have an application. They just have logic. That's why it is called as logic. They just have a function which you want to execute. That's what I call a function. There are many reasons why you would use it and why you would execute it. Very frequently used thing is a function app than a logic app, because you essentially, your real-time scenario, you would have a function like a job, like a web job. You have a function which needs to be executed against a database daily. Every night, a function has to be executed from database 1 to migrate all the content from database 1 to database 2. I will execute a script. To execute a script, what you can do, you can build a web job, then deploy the web job and stuff. Or you can use a function. You can go ahead and declare a function, enclose your entire logic in it, trigger nightly, every night, so and so time. It will go ahead and trigger, and your data is migrated from one database to other database. So whenever you have this kind of requirement, that's when you will go ahead and say a logic app or a function app. So if you want to segregate these things, this is how these things are segregated. All of your VM and container service, they are blurred, I understand, because our concentration is more on IaaS and Paas. All of these guys, VM, container, batch, and everyone, they come under IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service. And these guys, as I said, the cloud services and the web apps, these guys come under Paas offerings. They are platform as a service offering. And the other two things, which is your logical app and your functional app, they come under your logic as a service offering. That is what you have when you are working with multiple deployment strategies. There are multiple places where you can deploy your code. It is all up to you and me to decide what is the service which I want to use. There is an exhaustive list of services in Azure. That's why when you are a DevOps engineer, you also need to have good understanding of the Azure offerings. These two go hand in hand. So if you are a DevOps engineer, you should know the offerings which are given by Azure. Then only you can make a good decision on what should I use and what should I not use. If you are not informed, you will just use any of the nodes, any of the things, and those things are not flying in the production environment. So you will realize it late if you make a wrong decision. Whenever there is a deployment strategy or creating your CI/CD pipeline, you should have a good understanding on what to use and what not to use. So that is where you need to understand Azure. Just do a little bit of reading around what are the services and in what scenario will I use a particular service. Just do some reading because we cannot cover all that with the list of services which you have. To the extent at which I can cover, I'm just covering it to that extent. But the remaining thing, I'll leave it to you. Go ahead and read a little bit more and understand what is used when and what is a better deployment strategy in a particular scenario. Right? What I just said. Cloud services or web app. If your client is saying, I want to be able to log into my website's server, I don't want that to be controlled by Microsoft. I want that to be controlled by me. If your client is specific, then even though you like web app, what is the thing which you would suggest to the client? You will suggest cloud service instead of a web app. So it all depends upon your scenario. What is good, what is bad? It is all relative. It is essentially your client, and you have to decide what is good and what is bad. You as a DevOps engineer should know what is good and what is bad in a particular scenario. I think my battery is done. Just give me a minute. I'll just pull my charger. Yeah. So if you just look at this, your responsibility will decrease as you go from left to right. Your control and responsibility is more here in the IAS, and here you have less responsibility. You have no responsibility here. It's just about business value. So you don't care about where is it deployed, how is it deployed, who is managing it. All of those concerns you will not care about when you are actually going to the right hand side. That is from left hand side to right hand side, your responsibility decreases. So what are the places in which Azure is present? These are the places on which Azure is existing. The regions in which Azure centers are existing, these are the regions. Many regions, and it is greater than any of the cloud service providers. It is even higher than AWS in the number of regions. It has more number of regions than AWS. Your virtual machine as a service, which we just saw, just to elaborate a little bit. What are the things which it offers when I use virtual machine as a service? I will start and stop in minutes. So if I just show it to you to some extent, just give me a minute. Let me just pull my username, password, and login. I'll just stop sharing my screen. I'll just log in and I'll reshare my screen. I'll just mute myself. I'm online. Yeah, so let me just present my screen. I hope you can see the screen. So that's my Azure portal. I have a VM there. So if I just click on that VM, I can start it. So I'll just say start. I can go ahead and start my VM. That's how fast I can start a VM. So it is starting, it is started, it is up and running. I can connect to the VM. can click on that. It will do a remote desktop. Your RDP. So you'll do a remote desktop to your VM, and I can log into the VM. I don't remember the password. Again, I need to stop presenting and pull the password and again log in. But just understand. That's how fast it is for me to connect to the VM. If you connect to the VM like this, and then you log out, and just say sign out. Is that a problem? That's a very big problem. This is what I was explaining to you in my first session when you're working with Azure. What should you not do? When you're working with Azure, when I say log out, this VM in the free account gives me 730 hours or something. I don't know how many number of hours. $750 hours. So it gives me 750 hours in the free account, wherein I have given my credit card information, and I think it is 12 months free. I go in happily, I start a VM, I'll remote desktop to it, look into the VM, I'll play around with a few features, then I come out, I'll go ahead and log out, I'll sign out from here. If you sign out from there, then you have logged out of your account. But is the VM still running? Your logging out doesn't mean the VM is not running. VM is still in the running state. If you just log out, the 750 hours is approximately 1 month. Just greater than 1 month. We'll say 1 month. Once you log out, you are busy for the next 2 months. After 2 months, you again log in and look at the VM. Just play around with it. All this time it was in the running state. Even though you are logging out, it was in the running state. You are being billed. After 750 hours is consumed, your billing will start. You will be getting your billing to your credit card. You are being billed. So whenever you are using VMs like this, when you want to log out, don't directly log out. Go to the VM, say shut down. It will say, are you sure you want to shut down? Yeah, I'm sure I want to shut it down. It is just shutting down. Just give it a minute. It should have been much faster than this. Let me just reload it. Yeah, it has stopped. Once you have stopped it, then go ahead and log out of your account. This is when you would not be charged. So 750 hours, you use it for 2 hours, then your still free account, you just you still have 748 hours left because you only have used it for 2 hours. After you have used it and played around with it, stop it. After you stop it, then only log out. So that's one key thing what you need to understand when working with VMs. So if you quickly create some Azure account with your credit card, there would be huge blunders which you can do if you don't know these things. So just be careful when you're using the Azure account. There can be huge bills coming onto your credit card which you can't expect. Some things are they span in lakhs sometimes. So just be careful there. Going back. So it will allow me to stop and start in minutes the VM as a service. It has many images to choose from. So you can import your own image or you can bring your own licensed image. What does it mean? So essentially you can build your VM from images. Why do I have images? If you have any previous knowledge about VMs, my dev environment, let me take it this way. Whenever I am building my dev environment is on Angular, React, Node, MongoDB. That's my dev environment. Whenever some developer is given my developer wants to start working on my project, he should have all these things installed. So what will he do? He will take 2 days to get these things up and running without any problems. So he'll just take 1 day or 2 days and get the environment up and running. Instead of asking all my developers to do it again and again, what can I do? I can build a VM and install these technologies in the VM. Once I install these technologies on the VM, I'll export an image. I'll export an image of this VM. Whoever needs a new VM, I'll ask him create it from this image. You will have these things pre-installed. Why? Because I have done it once. It is doing once and repeating it forever. So depending upon your team dynamics, what you can do, you can have a virtual machine which you can ask Microsoft to give it to you. It will give it to you a virtual machine in whatever language you want, in whatever operating system you want. Your Windows, your Linux, what you need. So whatever operating system you want, it will give it to you. But if you wanted to build the VM on top of your image, you can do that as well. Essentially, you should know how to build an image first, and then you can build an image and use that image inside your virtual machine. Just remember that. So it's nothing like I have to use a new operating system. I can build it from my own images. Many sizes to choose from. The general purpose and GPU. You have tires inside Azure. Can you see that?